All right. Good afternoon. On behalf of Corning, I'd like to welcome everyone here this afternoon. It's been a great honor to host Governor Hochul and her staff. We're delighted to have the governor here today to meet our essential employees that played a critical role in the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic for our community, our state, and our nation. Now, throughout our history, in times of public need, Corning has partnered with our customers and the government to make a positive impact for the public good. Corning supplied critical components to aid in public health emergencies, including the Spanish flu, the production of penicillin for soldiers on the front lines in World War II, and the first mass vaccine against the terrible polio virus in 1955. Now, our contributions to society did not stop there. Once again, I'm proud that Corning was able to rise to the occasion and support the COVID-19 pandemic response with our innovations. With the support of visionary leaders like Governor Hochul, Corning has produced valves and pharmaceutical tubing that has enabled the delivery of more than 3 billion doses of COVID-19 vaccines. Throughout her public service career, Governor Hochul has been a champion for people and businesses here in the Southern Tier. We commend her on her leadership and truly thank her for taking the time to visit us here at Corning. Governor, it's a tremendous honor to have you here today. I'd also like to thank Empire State Development, Chemung County, and the town of Big Flats for their continued support that enables Corning's work in this storied facility. Finally, I want to take a moment and extend a special thanks to our essential employees here at Big Flats that kept this facility operational at a critical time in the pandemic. And now it's my great pleasure to introduce Governor Hochul.
Thank you, Ron. I really, truly appreciate the warm welcome and the fabulous tour that we just completed minutes ago. And why am I here? Many reasons. First of all is I love this community. I've come here countless times as lieutenant governor, so much that some of the elected officials threatened to start charging me taxes for my residency here. But I want to thank all of you for joining us in this incredible journey. So to our elected officials, I want to thank you. We have Senator Thomas Amara, who I work closely with in our state capitol, as well as Assembly Member Phil Palmisano, Assembly Member Christopher Friend, and of course our county executive here in Chemung County, Chris Moss, and Big Flats Town Supervisor Ed Fairbrother. And let's give them a round of applause for what they do. I was just with Wendell Weeks, the chairman and CEO of Corning, who really shared an incredible story, but it's not one that's unfamiliar to me. When I was a little girl, my father was a United Steelworker. He, like his father and brothers and others, found the American dream by making steel in a little place called Lackawanna, where I was born, and my parents started married life in a trailer park very close to that plant. I was just there a week and a half ago to just remind myself of where I came from, my family came from. But after getting an education while he worked by day, my father decided to do a very radical thing, leave a secure job at the steel plant at age 30 with 5 of his 6 kids already born, and join a very small company that was just starting out in technology. And it ended up growing to be known as Computer Task Group with 3,000 employees over many years. My dad ended up being the CEO. And why is that story significant here? In the early days, when this company was fledgling, just trying to get its feet on the ground, my dad would travel the state in search of business, clients to be able to do their data processing, what a strange word that is today, to do their early technology work and some of their payroll processing. I joined my dad whenever I could. It was my chance to see him and spend time with him. He brought me to Corning. And I remember sitting in the waiting room so anxious to see whether or not my dad would land the deal, because that would have been so important to the story of my family, but also this business. And he got the deal. And I remember him being very excited as he walked out of Corning. So I want to thank, this is a long time ago. But also, you know, manufacturing is in our DNA. It's what we do. You know, even before the advent of this great facility here, I mean, we've been building things. This is part of our legacy as New Yorkers, particularly upstate. You know, this is what we're known for. We've made incredible advances, and the smartest engineers, the smartest developers, and the smartest employees all congregate here and have the privilege of working at facilities like Corning. So this is part of our story. But I think most of the world are familiar with Corning for all of its innovation and Pyrex and all the different dinnerware that we use many times in our kitchens. I certainly did as a child. And know that it was made here in Big Flats. That was a point of pride for us. But what happened when foreign competition and other reasons it shut down, you know, very few people knew that this could be retooled in a way that the leaders of this organization and the labor community believed could be possible. And what happened is the conversion of the facility here at Big Flats to one that really, at the time in 2010, we could not have known that 11 years later we'd be producing the vials that are saving lives with a vaccine during a global pandemic. They couldn't have foreseen that, but they sure were ready. And they were prepared when the opportunity came to be able to say to the government, we can do this, and we can create the first re-engineered vial in over 100 years. This is the strongest, the best product known to man or woman, and this is what has been delivering the life-saving vaccines to 3 billion people. And I just had my Moderna dose. Had my booster shot a week ago, and you do Moderna, so I have a very strong feeling it was from a vial just like this. And just to have had a chance to speak to the workforce and the people that are so proud of what they've done. When we think about the essential workers of the pandemic, we all have a certain image in mind, certainly our healthcare workers who went into extraordinary, challenging circumstances at their own risk of life. But to have a facility like this kept open, to be able to keep people coming here, even though there was that fear, that uncertainty that you could contract the virus at any given moment and bring it back to your loved ones, that's a real hero to me as well. And I want to give them tremendous recognition, as Ron did, and thank them for being part of creating this Valor vial. And little did we know we would need it so desperately. But I also want to recognize Corning for keeping their promises. When the Excelsior program in 2017 was joining with them, when they announced a $95 million project investing in a new pharmaceutical product line, New York invested $7.75 million, and they were asked to create 185 jobs. Well, I'm here to announce that they didn't just create 185 jobs, they created over 200 jobs. So thank you for keeping your commitment to what you've done here. And I know there's more to come. You've had a long history, but I believe that you have an incredibly bright future. And the last reason I wanted to come here, other than thank all of you for what you've done for not just us, but people around the planet, is to also recognize this is National Manufacturing Month. And I was speaking to many people in the industry a few months ago, and they said, you need to go to Corning and see this incredible product being made during National Manufacturing Month. So it's kind of toward the end of the month. I got here just in time under the deadline, but I just want to thank everyone for your engagement with Empire State Development. You and me have a strong relationship already. I am so proud of this. I'm so proud of the work you do here, and I will be your willing partner as you innovate new ideas, as you think of new product lines, as you do anything you can to make sure that we keep Corning strong here in the state of New York, keep people working, over 7,000 people employed, 6,000 locally. That to me is music to my ears. So I reached my hand out in friendship from my administration to do whatever it takes to make sure you succeed, because when Corning succeeds, we all succeed. So thank you very much. Thank you for joining us today.